wisdom of Solomon. But anyway, it says, I'm going to paraphrase it. The way that you have used Israel to show your holiness. In other words, to whom much is given, much is required. The book of Romans chapter 9 says that the covenants pertain to Israel. The giving of the law pertains to Israel. The promises pertain to Israel. So if the Most High gave us all this, and then we dealt unfaithfully with it, like 2nd Ezra 14 talks about that, the Most High gave us the law of life, our ancestors, and most of them did not keep it. Now, there were a few, like Moses, he contended, right? The holy prophets, they contended. But most people, just like today, like we have some who stick out today, and this is not taking a shot at the nation of Israel, but most people, regardless of what tribe or what nationality they come from, they choose the route of least existence. Okay, or not, excuse me, Salakia, least resistance. So if it's hard, people usually don't want to do that. But if it's easy, most people are like sheep. They'll be led, right? They go the easiest way. So the same way that you have used us to show your strict discipline and your holiness upon the house of Israel, now so use the nations, the Gentiles, to show your glory, to show your might and power, your glory to whom they have mistreated, because this is why they were able to reproach, and we became a reproach and a mockery to all the nations or all the countries, right? Because we forsook the Most High. So it tells us here, reading quick, he said, and all the heathen shall see my judgment that I have executed and my hand that I have laid upon them. So now the Most High is going to lay his hands on them. So the house of Israel should know that I am the Most High, their God, from that day and forward. Verse 23, and the heathen shall know that the house of Israel. So the other nations, when they see, well, why did these people go into captivity in cargo slave ships throughout the Americas and, what they would call the transatlantic slave trade and the sub-Sahara slave trade? Why did they get dispersed to all four corners of the world? Why? Because they went into captivity, look at this, for their iniquity. Iniquity means bad, morally bad behavior, wrong decisions, wrong choices, sin. Because they what? Trespass against me. 1 John 3 and 4, for what? Sin is the transgression of the Most High's law. Therefore hid I my face from them and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword. According to what? According to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions have I done unto them and hid my face. Now, let's get right into it. What you see here before you, family, again, is a note from the Qumran cave from the sons of Zadok, okay? And that's what they're writing on. It says, now listen, all right-minded men, and take note how the Most High acts. He has a case against all flesh. So when we go into Isaiah 66, and the Most High says, listen, all flesh, he'll lay his hand upon all flesh. That means all flesh. And exacts sanctification from all who spurn him. Look and see what this word means right here. Not too familiar with this particular word. Hope you're following me, dear family. I'm going to be on for a few more moments. Spurn definition. It says to refute. Look at this. Hold on. Look at this. I'm putting it in the chat right now. Shalom to you, Sister Sandra. See you in the chat here. It's good to see you on. Hope you had a blessed day. Hope all the saints had a blessed day. Spurn. It's not a word that I've seen every day. It says here, what is this word? Spurn, to refuse to accept something or someone because you feel that that thing or person is not worth having. Wow. Now let's look at this in context. Go back to Isaiah really quick. Isaiah 1 and where was it at? Isaiah 1 and was it 21 or 22? Oh, it was 20. Look at that. I'm going to put this in the chat. So the Most High people, again, he shows us over and over how we refuse. Some people say, well, I ain't refusing. Well, if you don't take heed to what the Most High says, it doesn't matter if we just listen to it. The Most High is really trying us. He wants to get that produce out of us, right? Fruits worthy of repentance. Did this really quick. Stick with me. So spurn means, I'm going to put this back in context again. Let me see if I can get over here. So he has a case against all flesh and exacts sanctification from all who spurn him. Now, what does that word spurn mean? On our screen, to refuse to accept something or someone because you feel that that person is not worth having or not even worth listening to. Because again, Yeshua said it, the Most High said it, these people do draw nigh me and they worship me with their lips, but their hearts, their mind to do is far from them. They feel like it ain't worth it. They feel like they can't do it, right? They don't want to do it. It's too hard. I'm going to be hated, persecute, all the things that come with this walk. So Isaiah 1 and 20 says, but if you refuse, spurn, if you refuse and rebel, that means you reject and act unseemly, ye shall be devoured with the sword, for the mouth of the Most High have spoken it. So that's what we've been seeing. So when I'm going to show a couple of video clips and show you the thing, like this is a message about rejoicing that, listen, do you know, take notice and take heed, we are living in a prophetical time. Though it's still the birthing pains, every man will have his hands on his loins as a woman giving birth. But as soon as that pain goes, guess what? Kingdom. What is it talking about? It's prophesied how Israel will rise. That's what we're talking about. So it was prophesied how Israel will rise. I'm showing us the play right here. The Most High showed it. He gave it to us, but oftentimes we don't think about these things. We think about our conditions and our low estates, and we don't have this and that, and whatever it is that we do, going through the motions. No, we got to be stirred up. We got to turn back to the Most High. We need to do an inventory of what it is that we do in our lives, on our day-to-day, our conversations, how we're speaking, the people that we hang around, the things that we're listening to, the things that we're looking at, the things that we're ingesting, putting into our bodies, right? And then adjust. The Most High says, listen, learn to do good. Isaiah 1 and 17 in verses 18. Okay? So staying on point though, like I said, I got a limited time. I wanted to make this 1 hour. So when Israel, look what it says. Whenever Israel broke faith, Jude 1 and 20, build up your most holy faith, and renounced him, right? Remember I told us on the Sabbath, this world will try to set us up to get us to renounce the Most High, to get us to go, like, Most High, we don't want nothing to do with you. Like Job 21, the wicked says, what is the Most High that we should fear him? Right? And not only that, but in Isaiah 30, there was those amongst of Israel, the rebels, the rebellious one, who said, speaking to us smooth things, right? Turn the Most High away from us. We don't want to hear nothing about the Most High. Look what it says. So whenever Israel broke faith and renounced him, his face, both from it and from his sanctuary, and consigned them to the sword, like we just read in Ezekiel chapter 24 and verses 4, and Ezekiel 39 verses, what verse was that I read? 21 down to, oh, I had more to read on Ezekiel 24. Well, I read to 23, but we're supposed to, well, I read to 24, the uncleanness. Therefore, thus say, Ezekiel 39 and 25 says, therefore, thus saith the Most High Power, now will I read that part, will I bring back the captivity and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous for my holy name's sake. So it's not about, so when I showed the clip there, family, it's not to put down I respect. Listen, I respect leadership. I respect order, straight up. Now, I'll never speak against anyone who the Most High is using have put up to do his bidding and giving them assignments. You get what I'm saying? So we're for the same thing. We're for Yeshua, even if some of the doctrine might be different of the things they might not call on the name of the Most High, higher, like how where I am, where we understand right now. Okay, I'm going to be patient with every single person because guess what? They souls belong to the Most High, and I have neither a heaven nor a hell to place anyone in. I want to make it into the kingdom of heaven. I want to be spared from hell, the flames of hellfire.